Series. We're about to see Game 3 of the Women's Series here. Kahu taking on Southern Terror. My name's Gus. I'm joined in the commentary box by Nick Lely. How are you this morning, Nick?
Good morning. Very well, thanks, Gus. How are you?
Oh, great, thanks. Sydney's really turned it on today. Oh, geez, there I am.
Yeah,
As Mercedes launches it deep early to Emery, who takes it.
Great grab. Looks downfield. Bit of a high release up there. Oh, great grab.
Shaz Carpenter brings it down and punches it into stage.
There it is.
Oh, just out of the hands, unfortunately, there.
Unlucky.
Now, Nick, we are receiving a little bit of heckling here from the sideline.
Oh, yes, as to be expected.
Just trying to focus on the commentary as Emma Thompson picks it. Sorry, not Emma Thompson. Beth Thompson picks it up for New Zealand. There, Osmond in pursuit.
Oh.
But it's number 19, Lucy Parsons, who comes down with it for New Zealand.
Great chase there. Up the line. Oh. Oh, the pick-up grab.
And straight away from Reisner, deep to Svensson. There's a great connection yesterday, and it's paid off again here. New Zealand up one zip.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Zoe Reisner, I saw her yesterday, absolutely throwing some bombs down.
Yep. She had a great day yesterday. And it is a great day weather-wise today, Nick.
Sure
Beautiful
is.
sunny conditions.
Yeah, I'd say a cool 19, 20 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. 20, 30% humidity maybe in there.
Yep. Sydney's really turned it on today. Currently 1-0. Of course, it is 2-0 in the series. New Zealand are up.
On aggregate.
So not playing for the series this morning, but they are still representing their country, the players out there today.
Yeah, no doubt they'll be giving it their all, and any opportunity to wear the green and gold or the black will be respected, and they'll give it their all.
The black and silver.
Black and silver.
New Zealand.
Oh, sure.
Not sure about that actually, but silver ferns is something I've heard before. Gonna run with it. So Nick, you're obviously part of the Thunder setup. What are the boys doing this morning? Just lounging around from what I can see?
Yeah, look, trying to just get around the girls team this morning, and our game's on at 12, I think. So yeah, a bit of a slow morning, but the girls have been really good and cheering us on. So we'll try and reciprocate that and really cheer them on. Hopefully get a win in the series.
Very true. The pull comes down to Georgia Birch. It's going to pick it up. Arbor's in the middle. But the centering pass isn't quite there. It's going to go to Holly Reeve instead. Ooh. Just out of reach. Thompson to pick it up quickly. She's got Crosby on her right. But swings it over.
Oh, great inside break there.
To Abby Liddell, who hammers it over the top to Svidvanovic. That's a great passage of play. There seems to be a bit of a call there, though. Woody's waved his hands in the air. He's retracted and called a goal. Great hand signals there from Woody. Oh, how do you rate the hammer look, Dibbles?
That's not a bad look. I mean, the pivot around backhand's always there, but sometimes you just don't have the time. You got to pop it over.
Yeah, when you got to go, you got to go.
You got to go.
I'm not sure if we'll get from Woody what exactly those hand signals meant. He's looking like he's having a great time, and aren't we all out here in Balmain today?
Oh, sure are.
Beautiful sunny day. Of course, if you're in Sydney, you definitely still have time to make it down. The little games we're having later today, we do have two more. The Australia A squad will be playing up next, and then after that, the Thunder Boys will be taking on New Zealand for the title.
Yep.
1-1 in that series. Very exciting. New Zealand up 2-0 at the moment.
Yeah, they're looking really good. Just watching the games yesterday, they just really love hitting that first break throw, and then just boom, 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 and they're in. Really great flow on that offense.
That's right, Liddell with the pull. Kylo changing the score for us. He's a man of many talents. Maths is definitely one of them. Ava with the disc now in the middle of the field. She's got eyes for Holly Reeve. Holly Reeve has eyes for her, and they make the connection. Reeve gets up well. And she's going to send it to Hannigan. He's got a few steps deep. And that's a great throw from Reeve.
Very nice.
A great catch from Hannigan. A beautiful deep cut. Nothing Sonny Zhao can do, really. The Australians bring it back 2-1.
They're on the board.
We're a game on our hands, Nick.
Oh, sure do.
2-1. No one's changing the scoreboard over, unfortunately. Kylo's left. Might fall to Nick Hodgson.
And he steps up to the plate nicely.
Well done, Nick. Great form.
Now, Gus.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on these jerseys? First time I've seen this style. They're just freshly made for this series.
Yeah, fresh off the press
Yep.
from 5 Ultimate. Ultimate Australia's uniform sponsor.
Yep.
Look, I'm a fan. They're definitely bright colours. You can see them from a long way away. It really helped me identify the field this morning. I think the shorts are great.
Yeah.
I'm liking the green and gold. I like seeing the sea of green and gold, Nick, when both squads have their jumpers off.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. Good work out there from Shannon Carpenter, sorry, Shaz. I called you Sharon. My mistake. Shaz has forgiven me. And the disc is going to come up now from KB, Kirsten Banks. KB's giving it a rip. The sideline getting a bit loud here, the Australians. It's going to float over to number 14, Emma Doyle, who centres to Thompson.
It's like an isolation.
Oh, and the D comes off. I think it was Della there in hot pursuit of Reisner.
Yep, Kirsten picking up the frisbee.
Launches it over the top.
Big shot.
Oh, the basketball player, number 23, Sophie Charnstrom.
Ooh.
Unlucky. Couldn't quite bring that one down.
Frisbee player now.
That's right.
And we have this isolation of Zoe Reisner out in the lane again.
Della tied on her for the Australians. And gets the
another
D.
block.
It's a great D from Della. Looking very strong out there, the Australians, this morning. KB surely to pick it up, just taking her time, surveying the options.
Looking very composed.
Della tries to get a bit of isolation. Goes back to Thea Osmond. No, sorry, Erin King.
Oh, just a hand on that one.
Unlucky not to complete that pass there, the
It
Australians.
was nice composure in front of the end zone rather than just trying to punch it in. Swung it around a little bit, but just unlucky on that last shot there.
Unfortunately, the sideline is obscuring our view a little bit here, Nick.
Yes.
Good to see a passionate sideline. Not so good for us to actually see the field, though. Someone's bringing it in. I think it's Thompson. He's under a lot of pressure here. Oh, we've got vision. Doyley lets it rip to number 25, Farron Halliday.
Goal.
Great name, Farron Halliday.
A fine name.
A good fine name.
And some of these deep shots coming off are just so nice. They're just coming off, not too fast. Yeah. Some of our boys' games could take a lot of notes from here. We've just been ripping them way too hard.
No doubt,
These
no doubt.
throws great for catching.
Yep. The wind has cut out a little bit this morning. It was a bit gusty yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, there's been a lot of talk in the commentary box about the different approaches on the line from the New Zealand and Australian teams. Australia very much doing the whole squad down there on the kneel, boys as well. New Zealanders, they are doing it at the moment, but the boys like to do just the 7 on the line and the coach.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting approach.
Interesting approach.
We, of course, do have the coaches here for the New Zealand Kahu team. Ian Stewart, Sally Neal, manager Rhea Mildenhall. Sorry to the Mildenhall family for any mispronunciations there. And we've been asked, Nick, to give a bit of a shout out to Ian Stewart's kids, Oscar and Ella, who've been watching along at home.
Sure.
So always happy to give a shout out. Hey? Yeah, okay. Mark Palmer's really pushing a bit of an agenda here. He wants Ulti TV to get to Mixnats in New Zealand. So if you're high up in the New Zealand Ultimate community and you can make that happen, yeah, get in touch. As the pull comes up, Carpenter to receive, centers to Mueller. First cut coming from Lovell. Not very jinky, just a straight line run from Lovell. She has the pace. Mueller gets it again and jacks it. That's what we want to see. Emery underneath it. Sonny's out pursuit.
Great
but
read.
Emery reads it fantastically. Lulls the defender in. Peels off the back.
It's a great one, that one. Just the go in.
Yeah.
The go in where you're not going to jump for it. Just makes the defender kind of slow down a lot.
The old
peel off the back.
switcheroo, the old how's your father?
Oh.
Bit in, bit out.
There you go. Bob's your uncle.
Yep. No doubt. As we see again on this replay, Mueller Gets it in power position. She's the kind of girl you want in power position because she lets them rip. Beautiful sit. Great read there from Emery. Gets up high.
Nice grab.
2 returning players for Terra.
Yep.
They do have 11, I believe.
Not
fact checked, but pretty sure. Pretty confident in 11. So a lot of young Australian girls gaining a bit of experience, which is great to see. How many returners do you have with Thunder?
I think 5 is the number I'm hearing.
5.
Yeah, so it's a nice little core there, but outside of that, a lot of experience through youth nats.
Yeah.
I think it's just really helped boosted the youth ultimate in Australia because you get a lot of a tournament experience and like a high level one of that as well. So all these boys coming into this camp have been exposed to learning structures over camp and then executing them in game. So it's fantastic to see, and the quality's just getting better all the time.
That's right. It is 3-2 now. The New Zealanders up by 1, but as we know, Nick, that's not many. In fact, it's the lowest amount you can be up by, just the 1. Rachel Joyce giving us a bit of a look on the sideline, which I'm not too appreciative of.
As Holly pulls down the frisbee. And
it is Crosby with the disc now. She does have the throws, Crosby. Hits it under to Ryson, but it just floats over the top.
Indeed.
So that was Parsons looking to get it under. Banks is going to pick it up for Australia. Reeve in the dump space. It's a dangerous combination behind the disc.
Looks to centre.
Reeve gets free with relative ease. Just looking for the next option. Hits Burchett. Georgia Burchett under a little bit of pressure, but hits Banks. Now the question, Nick, is where's Holly Reeve?
In the dump space.
Wanting it deep. Oh, in the dump space. The disc goes up. Carpenter in pursuit. Oh, unfortunate there. I think the line, the back end zone line may have been a factor in that one.
Yeah, the fields aren't massive.
Crosby bringing it up. Definitely, because the fields aren't massive, definitely could throw the whole field down Crosby. She's got the throws. And she does have a deep threat in Svidvanovic. It's not going to come though.
Georgia covering that nicely.
Just moves it around in the dump space with Thompson.
Some great lockdown defensive pressure on this side of the field, and as we see another turn.
Really earned downfield, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Shut down those options and then a bit of...
Banks with it. She got Jelinek straight away.
Oh, it's a bit floaty.
Bit of space.
Nice
and she takes it. It's 3 apiece. Oh, but there's a pick call.
Pick call.
Great hand signals from the New Zealanders. They are much better at hand signals than us, I would say, by and large. Can learn a thing or two from our friends from across the ditch.
That's some lovely planes going overhead.
There sure is, Pete. You can't see them on the camera. As Banks puts it over the top, it's a floaty disc. But it's D by Svidvanovic. She's been a D machine the last few days. Deep threat as well.
She jogs on. I wouldn't be surprised if another turn here with this defensive pressure that's been coming down from Terra.
Quite difficult. Holly Reeve is kind of sitting in the lane here, making that throw difficult, but it does get off.
Oh, there it goes.
To Parsons, who sends it high to Svidvanovic. I think it's just going to float out.
Yeah.
Again, good pressure there from Terra, making it very difficult for the New Zealanders to get it moving.
Kirsten's going to pick up the frisbee.
Banksy.
Play from the far side. Play from the far sideline.
Not A Banksy, just A Banksy. Coming into the field. Well, I suppose we don't know. Yeah. Oh, great throw there from Banks. Carpenter finds Reeve, who's going to find the end zone, I think. Unfortunately, he finds the hand of number 2, Bianca Mercer, with a great point block. Holly Reeve been instructed to get it back, and I think she's going to. Oh, unfortunately, just drifts over there. Comes to Mercer. Got a few options downfield. Looks to dump back to Crosby. Gets it under some pressure from Jelinek.
Oh,
and hucks it. You got Thompson deep. Oh! Number 9.
Miriam
Ms. Downey whacks it out of the air.
Great
Downey, I think
work.
she got a bit uppy there, Nick. Crickets. Miriam Downey with a great D there. Lot of smacking of the disc this series. It's great to see. Holly Reeve just kind of drifts through the stack there. Surprised it wasn't a pick. She's got a few options deep, but she's going to put it to Jelinek. Oh, just too far. Fortunately, no float on that one. Quite a zippy blade.
Yeah, it still is a little bit of wind, just pushing that frisbee down. Oh, and Holly goes for the poach, but she's left her player wide open.
And it does now go to
it's been
Mercer.
exploited.
That's a great throw, looking for Mercer.
Oh, good
Looks up that
holster.
initiative option. Reeves now on the mark.
Tara's back on. They center it back.
Sitting around number 88, Maya Mance, sorry. Oh, good bid there from KB. Second layout of the tournament. It is Parsons with the disc. She's looking back to Mance, who wants Parsons again, I think, but settles for the dump to Crosby.
It's good shutdown defense downfield. Oh, no one gets out. And they flip it to the break side.
Patient offense there from New Zealand.
Really, really patient.
That all came from Holly Reeve drifting off her play, looking for that poach block, and New Zealand quick to exploit.
That's such a maturity to that play there, to just to have the huck go up, to catch it, and to not just then try and just punch it in within the first couple of seconds.
Yep, good hold here from Parsons. Patient, waits for the option in Svidanovic. Yeah, look, the commentary team have been having a bit of trouble with Helena Svidanovic's name. Apologies.
Helena.
Doing our best here in the box. Nick's going to have an attempt.
Svitanovic.
Okay, not sure about that one. We'll add it to the list of possible permutations of pronunciation. We've had a few. Bit of a timeout call here, Nick.
Yep.
I was wondering if you could tell myself and the listeners at home a bit about what's going to happen after this Trans-Tasman campaign.
Yeah, so the whole kind of, I guess, point. So we have the development teams as well as just the international teams here, and I think that's just really looking towards the Junior Worlds in Canada next year. So it's about having, rather than just the 20 athletes playing against New Zealand, you increased out to 30, and therefore just have a more exposure within the talent pool. And come tryouts for the international team, you know, everyone's been exposed to it, international camp, and you just increase the talent pool and just, great, results in better quality ultimate and more exposure because I think that's really important for junior players, is to become exposed to kind of high level play and high level kind of coaching and instructions, and learning what it's like and what it's going to be like to try out for the for Terra or Thunder, and what it'd be like to play for one of those teams. So I think it's a great initiative.
That's true, and it is, of course, 2-0 in the series to New Zealand.
Yeah.
But what you just said there really paints the picture that there is still a lot of value in this game. Yeah,
we were told at the start of this camp, not too much to focus on the result. Obviously, we're playing to get the win, but really looking towards that development of as many people as possible, and just looking at the bigger picture in terms of for Worlds next year. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a great program. 4-2 at the moment. New Zealand in the lead. Looking pretty calm.
They do
be a bit
good, yeah.
Tired though, New Zealand, because they do have. Let me do some quick maths here, Nick. They do only have 14 players. 2 lines of 7.
Well, you still see them just all sprinting to get onto the line, so they're loving their frizz, and how could you not on a day like this?
Beautiful day. Bit hot, in my opinion.
For us, yes, us pasty fellows.
Sun is a little bit strong.
It's getting dangerous.
I'm unfortunately not in the Ulti TV budget to get a nice big shade tent over the commentary booth, so we are exposed to the elements here. Mike Palmer's got the shirt off. Swings over to Sophie Chanstrom, who hits Mercedes on the under. Not going to attempt Mercedes' last name. Janacek. Thank you, Nick. Bit of movement here. Dump back to Ava. Mueller with the disc in hand is always a threat, and she is going to pump it deep to Rachel Joyce. RJ, can she read it? She can't, but Emma Hannigan can. She's got a few options. Dumps it back to Ava. That's good patience.
Nice grab.
Zips it in, and Lovell plucks it out of the sky. That's great clean offense from the Australians. Didn't really look like turning it.
Oh, so yeah.
Plenty of bodies under the disc on that huck, as we see on the replay.
Definitely.
It's a high floater. Almost into domestic airspace there. We are under a flight path. Hannigan reads it well.
Good patience. Dump and swing.
A real snag there from Lovell.
Capital C,
Hands of
clinical.
glue.
Beautiful.
Capital C, ain't he?
Yep.
Yeah. All in capitals or just the C?
Just
not
the
quite
C.
not quite all capitals yet. 4-3 now. The buffer not really getting much bigger than 2 points from the New Zealanders. The Australians still in the hunt. Some technical adjustments from Tara.
Yeah, I think the dynamic of the Trans-Tasman's interesting compared to I guess a tournament format where you might play a team usually once, maybe twice, but here you're playing them 3 times within 2 days, and it really I think the tactics of it can get quite interesting because you start to really get to know the other team and really get to know what they like, who are their throwers, stuff like that. So the tactical side of it becomes a big part of it.
It is Crosby with the disc now. She's one of their main throwers. Goes to Parsons, who doesn't mind a rip.
Ooh.
Liddell streaming deep. She wanted it. Thompson with it now finds Liddell. A flick around to Forsyth.
Great throw.
Comes up. That's a great throw. And that was caught by Bridget Forsyth, 14 years of age, the youngest player
Yeah.
involved in this Trans-Tasman series.
Rocking some cornrows.
Rocking some cornrows.
There's been some great hair out in this series.
Cornrows with a capital C,
Yeah. Don't know about that one.
Yep, great hairdos. Who, in your personal opinion, Nick? Obviously, you are a bit of a hairy man yourself.
I am.
Pretty noteworthy hairstyle. Who, in your opinion, has the best hair?
I think
You can say yourself, but everyone at home will judge you.
we got Georgia with the dreads coming out. They
Dreads
look
pretty cool.
They look great. Tom on the development squad's got some great long hair. Bit of a brown fading to blonde at the end there. It's fantastic to see.
Yep. If you'd like to see these hairstyles in person, you can make your way down to Callan Park, Darling Street, Balmain. It's under a few names on Google Maps. Go to after for a more exact name. It is 5-3. New Zealand extending that buffer out again. A windless offensive point ahead for the Australians.
I think the Aussies are really trying to put that pressure on, but it's just New Zealand's offense have just looked very cool, calm, collected with the disc in hand, and it's tricky.
The disc is coming up from Reisner, gives it a rip. It's going to be received by Mueller. She's in quite a lot of space there. Her centering pass is available and it's a zone look. We've seen this a bit from the New Zealanders. And straight away to Palmer. Zia Palmer from Western Australia. Getting cramped a bit by that cut, but Mueller's the bailout. She doesn't mind hucking it to number 11, Sasha Presley, who's in the hunt there maybe. Just a little bit out of her reach. New Zealanders go the other way. Ooh, a bit of a fumble from Thompson. And the Australians allowed to set up. I think it's just going to be a match defense.
Yeah,
not going to set up the zone. Sophie Charnstrom in a bit of a strange position in that dump space. Might make it a bit difficult if it goes there, but it doesn't.
Oh.
It goes to Rachel Joyce. Gets a full hand on it. Bounces out of the palm. Couldn't quite get it on the second attempt either. Rachel Joyce has been taking some absolute snags this weekend, Nick. Some great grabs.
She's been looking fantastic.
She has been playing fantastic, yep. Oh, Thompson burns her defender. Hits that up the line pass to Sheridan. Got a few options. Hits Fitvanovic, who also has a few options. There's a lot of options out there. Thompson gets it back on the reset. Oh, Mercer burns her player. Unfortunately, beaten to the disc by Reisner. They all want it out there, the Kahoo girls. They want that disc. It swings over to Sheridan in the middle of the field. Works it through Mercer. Sends it to Sivanovic.
Lovely.
Comfortably done there from the New
They
Zealanders.
just really look so easy when they're out there, don't they?
Didn't look in a lot of trouble on offense. That is Helena Svidanovic from Hutt Valley High School is the information I have here, Nick, which is in Wellington. 15 years of age, so also a young player. Doing really well out there. Catching goals all over the place. I think that's back-to-back. Svidanovic. Oh no, not quite back-to-back, but definitely caught a lot of goals this morning, today.
And I'm sure over the weekend, as the crowd starts to
Yeah, just slowly building,
slowly
isn't it?
build from
Good to
the
see.
corners of the oval.
Good to see the Sydney ultimate community.
No corners
Friends
on
and
an oval,
family.
but
I suppose there is. Not an actual oval, but on this one we got some sharp edges. There's no doubt about it. (6-3) now. 3-point difference, the biggest of the game so far.
So what do you think, Gus, the Aussie girls can do a bit to get back into this game a bit more?
Well, they're getting a lot of disc.
Yeah.
Forcing the New Zealanders to make a lot of passes, which they do seem comfortable doing at the moment. So
Yeah.
maybe just really stepping up the intensity on that match defense.
Yeah, they looked really good a couple points ago when they just really switched it on and put that pressure on and then caused a lot of turnovers.
Poetry look now. Carpenter threads the needle to Della. That's a great pass. That is Shannon, not Raya. Goes up to Lovell, eats it, and looks off Mercedes down the line. Looks off Della down the line and dumps it back to Banks. Wants that flick. Hits Della. Hannigan was nearly getting free of a player there. Banksy has it. Looking comfortable. Rips it through to Mercedes. Oh, just not quite enough float there. I thought that was maybe going to drift
It did
into
look
the
like
hands of
yeah,
Jelinek.
a nice look to that break side. Just unlucky as they set up on match defense. Mercedes taking out under space and
Did well to
Zoe
stop the
looks to go
under.
along, yeah.
Got burnt deep a little bit, but it didn't matter because Della having a sniff in there, but great catch from Farron Halliday under the pressure of Della, and it goes deep now to Svensson. Lover with the D. I think there's going to be talk about it. No.
Nah.
Clean D. Bit of contact, there's no doubt about it, but
That's
I think
all right,
Lover was in the space first.
Both players happy to play on.
Carpenter to bring it in. Which one's that, Nick?
That'd be Shaz.
Nice.
Not a guess. Not a guess.
It's Lovell. Oh, high release around.
Oh, a nice
Hannigan
grab.
snags it, despite Crosby.
Rocking the rolled up sleeves look. Short.
That's
hits that break side. Oh.
no singlets anymore, Nick. Singlets are not allowed in Ultimate Australia, I don't think, at national events.
Oh.
So you got to do what you can to get the guns out.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the sleeve roll up.
We've got someone open deep, number 15.
Crosby just looking for that dump back to Doyle.
Looks like a bit of a straight up mark from now transitioning to forehand, and we've got the turnover there.
Della gets the intercept. Bit of a team D though, I reckon. A lot of people involved in that one. Goes to Carpenter now, fumbles it, picks it up. Eventually goes to Banks.
Nice
Great
grab with the lefty.
layout. Saving the disc, and she's going to rip it as well. That's what we want. Oh,
Yeah, great pick.
nearly gave Sunny's out a haircut there, and it's picked up by Hannigan. Mercedes in a bit of space.
Centers it to Mercedes. Looks up the line.
Stella with the disc now. On the doorstep. Mercedes in heaps of space. She's got acres in the middle of the field. She gets it. Really trying to cram it down that flick side. Might need a nice inside. Or an outside over the top. Love with the snag. That isn't. Oh my goodness. What a play. Mercedes.
Looks like a foul being called by
Foul call. Bit of a size difference. It did go quite high. Mercedes maybe had to go through Reisner to get it up there. Was a high arcing blade over the stack.
There's a fantastic grab by Sage there.
Trailing edge over the shoulder.
With the lefty as well.
Yeah, just a bit of discussion now. I might bring the game advisors in. Woody coming in to have a chat.
maybe a bit of left hand push away as the big around flick.
Yeah. We're talking about it, having quite a long chat. It is a contested foul coming in on 5. Thank you, Woody, for those excellent hand signals. Contested foul coming in on 5. Must have been on the follow through, I think.
Big of an ego as we do, Gus.
Pretty big, yeah.
We do
Well,
several times a week. But,
actually, on that, Nick, in the last Trans-Tasman campaign we played, New Zealand were filming it, yet to get the game footage. So
it went missing.
So maybe we
over
go
huge controversy.
Maybe we can go through Eden Stewart's kids, the only people in New Zealand we are confident are watching. Oscar and Ella Stewart.
Yep.
Talk to your dad about maybe organising that footage. But it is half, 8-4. 8-4. The series is 2-0 to New Zealand. I think the Australians are going to want a big second half.
Yeah, another shout out for Eden's children.
That makes it 3
Ella,
for the morning.
Ella and Oscar.
They're really well liked in the ultimate community, clearly.
Good morning to you.
We've had 3 separate requests to have them shouted out to.
Yeah,
so,
big
Oscar,
names,
I hope you're doing well.
I wouldn't. How would you feel, Gus, about a? We've got the Trans-Tasman's been going on for, as you say, 6 years at the youth level, but to get it going at an under 24s or an even an opens age level.
That's a can of worms.
I think that would be.
Got the tick of approval from Mike Palmer. He's giving us a big old yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be great to see. Great to see. Even unfortunate opportunity missed maybe with the World Games team. Could maybe assembled an elite New Zealand mixed squad.
Perhaps, yeah.
I think it's important to build this connection across the Dutch.
Yep.
Because of course, Europe and the US are allowed to play with each other quite often, so it'd be good to get some regional connections happening.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big initiatives with the Australia World Games team playing the Japan World Games team in the Test match, trying to get that format happening a bit more, such as this one, just the isolated series, and so just a bit more regular international frisbee for
the viewer,
for
you, the viewer of this broadcast. Now, Nick.
Yeah.
I know you're a big cricket fan.
How's that?
I won't embarrass you by asking what the name of the Australia-New Zealand Test match series is. It's the Chappell Hadley Trophy.
Sure.
2 great Australian and New Zealand cricketers.
Yeah.
What would the Australian Open level Test match series be called?
Oh, the
Don't
so
say
like, you can name it after someone, but I don't.
I want an Australian player and a New Zealand player.
Okay.
For people who can't see Nick, which would be everyone but me.
I don't know.
Nick is really floundering.
There's no one like is like retired and is like, was a great.
What about Potsy?
Oh,
the Potts Fisherman Trophy.
Yeah.
Zev Fisherman is the only name from New Zealand Ultimate that I really know.
The Potts Fish.
Potts Fish. Hashtag Potts Fish if you want that to happen. So we can get that trending online. Send it viral, Nick. That's what all the kids are doing.
I'd love to see some open age Trans-Tasman action, because with the the World Ultimate Guts Championships only happening every 4 years, it would be great to get some more action.
That's right. That was quite a long half time, Nick. Felt like it went a long time. Maybe it's just because we were being a bit boring.
Perhaps.
Really felt those minutes pass, trickle by. You're with this now. We're going to come back. Australia coming out on D. Hoping to see a different look.
I'm feeling the Terra comeback.
Oh, yeah. Bold prediction. Let's hear it.
All it takes is, on this defensive, bit of pressure, get the turn, punch it in, and we're away. A big run.
Momentum we've seen throughout this series has been shifting back and forth. Terra went on a big run in the first game to bring it back to Universe. definitely capable of doing it again. All it takes is a passionate sideline,
Oh, yeah.
a good pull, a good rundown, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden New Zealand are under a heap of pressure.
Yeah. One play and there it is.
Arbour with the there it is. Arbour with the disc now. She gives it a rip. That is Abby Liddell to receive it. Send us to Crosby. 3 handlers back for the New Zealanders. Oh! Bit of a casual cut there from Parsons.
There it is.
Carpenter
Here we go,
capitalises. Just need someone on that break side, I think. It's now Raz Carpenter with the disc. Still with the disc. Centers it to Mueller.
And that break
the goal.
side. And here we go, Gus, man.
All of a sudden, we've got a game on our hands. It's A5. A5.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Tron.
Whoa!
Bit of a casual
there. Raz Carpenter
hype
with the
up
disc.
someone. It's everyone, I guess.
Still with the disc.
Indiscriminate hype.
Cron's
Centers it to Mueller.
What's his MO?
Modus operandus.
What is that?
It's a, it's the term.
There you go.
Just a bit of lingo. Expanding the vocabulary on a Sunday morning here.
Nothing
Balmain.
like it. Hey, there's always an opportunity to learn. Here we go. All right, another big defensive pressure here from Terra. Could really turn this game around.
Reeve on the field. Mercedes, King,
Might even be a
Joyce.
bit more downwind, I'd say. While they're running.
Let's do the grass test, Nick.
Sure.
Some nice grass. But that's not what we're testing. We're testing the wind. It is drifting, if it's drifting at all, from right to left on your screen across the field, away from the camera. It's very gentle, a very mild breeze. Reeve gives it a rip, and as you can see, it's not really kite flying weather with that pull. Not a lot of movement from the wind. Oh, the disc is up, just floats out of the hands of Reisner. I'm not sure if it was intentional from the Australians. But they've got the D. Reeve picks it up. Wants to get it moving, hits Mercedes underneath. Reeve being commanded to run all the way around Mercedes, and unfortunately doesn't come off.
Just need a bit more of a dish than a
Bit of a bullet.
yeah. Oh, the big throw.
Big throw from Crosby to Svivanovic. She's in space, and she brings it down. She's been on fire. Mercedes with a valiant effort on D. Yeah, unfortunate there for the Australians. Bit of a miscue. I do like seeing the pointing though, Nick.
The
A point from Mercedes and from Holly.
The point and shoot. It's I mean, in essence, you think it's silly, as the defensive players can just go, oh, that's where they're going to throw it. But it really just adds that extra salt into the wound of just doing a great throw. It's been, I told you what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You still couldn't stop it.
This is your fault, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Our screens. Yeah, we're just going to apologise for some technical difficulties before half-time. Hopefully the stream's up and running again. We've got our screen back. And the Australians, 9-5. Looking pretty good. Just a bit of a shout out now, Nick, to the Della family. Mr. and Mr. Della at home, watching along. Oh, Lucy Della right there on the camera, giving us a wave. Just playing great today. Mueller to receive the pull, straight to Carpenter. Oh, it's a bit of a zone look.
Yeah, another zone look.
Both Carpenters on the field. That's got to be confusing for the defense. It's definitely confusing for the commentary box. Shaz with a bit of a miscue.
Yeah.
To Svensson. Straight away to Sheridan. New Zealanders looking to get it moving. Bit of a run and gun. Reisner holding it now. Oh, piercing throw to Svensson. Straight away to 25. Farron Halliday.
And it's just, at times, so tough as when you turn it over and the other team can just score with such ease. And
It's almost easier with the kind of setup like this to be playing defense, I think.
yeah,
A lot of pressure coming out on offense again and again. Each point you feel like it's more important that you score the next one.
yeah, that's right.
Really adds up over time.
You're playing with something to lose a little bit. And as the crowd is continuing to build.
Yeah,
and
it is just building up. Of course, Lockie White's here with his posse, so that's good for the numbers and for the atmosphere.
oh yeah,
Really adds a lot.
yeah. I'm sure he's got a great story from Saturday night, as he always does.
He does. He's a man with many exciting Saturday nights under his belt. He's an exciting player, but let's stop talking about him because he's not involved in this game. It is 10-5. New Zealanders with the disc. Might as well, Nick. Bit of a lull. Shout out to Oscar and Ella, Ian Stewart's kids once again. Bring it up to number 4. Thanks for watching. And shout out to anyone who's watching, actually. It's great to see all the support coming in from the ultimate community for these young athletes.
I wouldn't mind. It's a Sunday morning. If I wasn't playing, I'd be at home having my cereal, bit of a cup of coffee, watching the morning game. It would be fantastic.
This goes up now. It's going to be caught by Holly Reeve. She's going to go backwards to Armour. No, she's not. She decides that's a strange thing to do and doesn't do it. Zone look. Australians a bit slow to set it. I think we're going to see some bailout hucks here from the Australians. They're happy to work it for the time being. Armour, faking that hammer. Love to see it. Happy to work it with a Stingray teammate, Holly Reeve, at the moment. In fact, they're not really looking for anyone else.
Now, Jess Emery has it, looking downfield. Ooh, catching traffic from Sage there.
Yeah, a lot of traffic.
Pops it up to Ava.
That's peak hour. Oh, Mueller with a
is.
fat blade over to Zia Palmer. That is a great throw from Mueller.
Great shot.
Visionary, well executed. 10-6. Now this is what Terra want. They want to be on D. They want to come out, get a nice early block, punch it in. It's a very different game.
We've got a similar line coming down, using some of their big players, hoping just to bring back this game a little bit.
Yep, close to the same 7, I think. Both Carpenter twins on. It's going to be always a fun time. If you're playing along at home, Shaz or Raz, very fun game. Won't give it away by telling you who's who. Mueller with the pull. He's going to give it a big rip, I reckon. It's a nice polite nod there from Jess Emery as she walks past. Great point from her. Mueller with the pull. And that is a big rip. All the way to the end zone.
Oh, Holly Reeve leading the charge.
Comes in hot
Absolutely
to
coming
Sheridan.
down.
Crosby with the disc. Zone. Oh, no, maybe not zone, but Poachy look.
Ooh.
Just threads the needle to Farron Halliday.
Oh, and again, straight through that hole.
Working it. New Zealanders have broken through, trying to capitalise. Halliday with the disc. Over to Sheridan.
Again. His throw's just been superb.
Parsons with the disc now. Crosby makes a cut quite close to it, but gets the disc anyway. Pops over the hammer. That's what we want to see. Hannigan's the only one underneath it for Australia. It's a good look.
And an opportunity here to bring it back, perhaps.
I like seeing the hammer, regardless of the outcome. Mueller picks it up, hopefully to bring us a hammer.
Big smile on her face. It's good to see. Still having a good time out there.
Oh, jog up to the line for
Pleasure.
a quick huck. Oh. Yes! Sage in pursuit. Oh, it's just going to float. Is Sage going to get there? Oh, valiant bid there from Sage Lovell. Bit of a layout. Just floated, didn't it, that disc?
It was a great shot.
Swings over to...
We've seen the zone set up again.
Poachy, look at them trying to take away those unders.
A bit of saggy cup here, and
Yeah.
2 players in the deep space as well. Really just trying to stop New Zealand's deep game going on.
Parsons with the disc, swinging over to Sheridan. Swings over again to Abby Liddell, who punts it. Yes! Over the head of Hannigan. It's a great throw to Sunny Zhao.
Fantastic throw.
Liddell just really gave it a zip.
Yeah.
Unlucky from Hannigan.
Yeah, just got caught a bit running backwards. Hard to jump in that position.
Wrong-footed, not easy to jump. Have to kind of do a backflip, don't you?
Yeah.
We can't all do.
American football, jumping backwards grabs.
Here we go. Hannigan, just, not far away actually. Very difficult though with the footwork to get up from that position.
I will say, in regards to your questions earlier in terms of the other Trans-Tasman, the quality of play has just
increased
exponentially gone, maybe not exponentially, but increasing each time. It's just so cool to see just more and more people playing, and even people in the development team, although is considered like the development team, some class players, and really just vying for those spots for the world teams as well. It's
going to be a competitive selection event.
Yeah, for sure.
Reisner with the pull. We know she can throw it pretty far.
She can.
She does. We received by Ms. Downey. Ooh, looks like a centering pass to Osmond. Hits Burchett on the under. Now it's with Osmond. Oh, great inside throw to Emery. That's a fantastic inside break. And Emery with an around break. Let's see another one, Mercedes. Another break, please. Nice. Through the gap. Oh, unlucky. Just cramped a little bit. Dumps well marked.
Yeah, it's a bit of the last game of the tournament thrown. Mercedes is coming from uni games as well.
Yeah, it's been a big week for Mercedes.
Yeah.
Doyle with the disc. Mercedes doing well on that mark. Della, great up the line D. Oh, but it's a good throw and a good dump cut. And New Zealanders on a run here. Reisner hits Vidmanovic.
And she's there again.
She's there again.
And he's
Look
out.
out for I've lost count. Is someone doing stats?
Is that 12 or 11?
Haven't done it in a little while. I've let my scoreboard duties slip a little bit. It's definitely 11, potentially 12. We'll wait for 12-7. Yeah. Or 12-6 maybe. Yeah. 12-6.
Under 15.
It's not easy keeping score. Yeah. So the Rex and Mike doing a great job on TV getting this stream together. Nick and I are just sitting and watching, really, talking.
Not a great.
A pretty easy job.
Yeah.
They did well to show up this morning, despite daylight savings, despite a disappointing loss for Adelaide yesterday.
Yeah.
Which we try not to talk about. Sorry for bringing it up. Sorry. Mike's looking to next year. Blaming the referees.
Daylight.
Daylight saving crept up on us all a bit, I think.
Our bus was late. Suspected daylight savings mishap this morning.
Arva lets that one drift. Oh, maybe not the smartest decision because she's cramped in the end zone. Oh, that is Callahan country. Carpenter does well to keep it.
It's a great alliteration there, Gus. Intentional or not. Fantastic.
Holly Reeve with the reset. Really good inside from Reeve. Mueller maybe looking to huck it, and does. I'm going to stop alliterating. And Jelinek in pursuit.
Chasing.
Ooh. Kind of lays out, kind of falls over, but good bid anyway. Big throw from Yolo. Gee, that went a long way.
It's a bit too much angle on that one. Just needed to come out a little bit flatter.
It's a bit too much soot.
A bit more. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
That's a athletic play. Both players
Yeah,
get up.
but they
Seems to
both
be
get
okay.
up.
Mercer does well despite Mueller's heavy contact. Cosby gets it up the line, looking for Reisner or Svensson. Either will do. Svensson will take it. Hannigan in pursuit, can't quite get there.
Fantastic throw and a great grab.
It's been great play from the New Zealanders.
It has.
Moving into 13-6, inching a little bit closer to that 15-point cap.
The single glove being worn there by.
Yeah, good thing she had gloves on. Could have fumbled it otherwise.
That's right.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah. Mike saying he wished the grand final was best of 3. And that there were no refs. And that Adelaide won.
Basketball style, the series.
I don't think it would go well without refs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of contested calls in AFL without refs, I reckon. Shout outs to ADL. Off the refs.
Hashtag wrong direction. I tend to agree with you on that one there, Mike. Yeah.
And while we're on the issue of ADL, 7-second stall, how do you feel, Nick?
No, it's silly.
It's too fast.
They're selling out. They're selling out,
It's a
man.
bullet from Reisner. It's going to hit someone. Oh, nearly Lockie White. Did well to keep his wits about him. He's got fast reflexes, that boy.
So it might be a little slow coming off last night. But,
It's Osman picking up the disc. It's a tight zone. I'm sure that's 3 meters. It's definitely not 3 meters now.
nice.
Does well to get it away.
There.
Chanstrom. Burchett. Chanstrom again. No, Burchett again. Working it well. Goes to Holly Reeve now. Emery's in a bit of space.
Just looks for the hammer. There's a bit of
Carpenter
space
winds it
there.
up.
There it is.
Mercedes through the gap. Gets stuck. Oh, not sure there were any revolutions on that frisbee from Mercedes. Osman now with the disc. Confidently breaks through that cup. That's a great throw. Over to Sophie, the basketballer. The Carpenter. Carlo doing his best basketball impression.
Oh.
Carpenter back to Sophie. Slam dunks that throw through the cup. Fortunate disconnect. Now Cron's in on the action.
Hillary picking up the frisbee there.
Halliday streaking deep. Hillary Sheridan
Sends the frisbee.
to Mance.
And again, we have the straight up look from Tara here, just trying to stop that big game.
Oh, that's
He
a
goes
high
up in the
disc.
disc in the air, a couple chases, but it's brought down by number 19 there.
Lucy Parsons brings it down. Mance is looking. Oh, it's a great dump cut. She gets it up the line in power position.
Looking
Yeah,
downfield.
big flick
There it
over the
goes.
break side.
It's got Holly
Reeve
Name.
underneath it.
Yeah.
She's going to pick it up and throw it. That's what we all want. Con wants it. I'm not sure if you can hear him yelling boost. Someone eventually boosts it, but to the wrong player. Oh, an immediate turn, and someone's
my
boosted.
goodness.
That's a great boost. It's a great boost. And it is Georgia Burchett. Some of the best hair, according to Nick Lely, and that's high praise from Nick Lely.
Oh no.
With the dreads.
It's great to see. That was such an interesting point. Turnover goal.
It's high octane ultimate.
It's
Hey, Nick.
electric stuff.
Nick, I don't mean to alarm you, mate,
Yeah.
but your entire team is warming up.
Oh yes, that would be my calling card to go warm up. So thanks very much for having me,
Hey,
Gus.
absolutely no worries. On your way,
Yeah.
just grab Lockie White, send him
Oh
over.
yeah, sure.
That's
We'll
what
do.
the people
we'll
want.
do. And see you later, everyone.
Yep,
Thank you
thanks-
very much,
thanks
Gus.
for joining us, Nick. Good luck in your game later
Thank
on.
you.
Oh, Lucky White saunters over to the commentary box. This is going to be exciting. Don't go anywhere. 13-7 is the current score. Lucky White's been given the call up. How are you, Lucky?
Yeah, good, Gussie. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day here in Sydney. Excellent game going on at the moment.
Sounding a little bit worse for wear, Lucky.
Yeah, a bit under the weather, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah, I know, Cron. Cron's shocked. Everyone's shocked that Lucky White's here in the commentary box. But everyone's a bit happy to see some great frisbee. It is 13-7. It is Crosby to receive the disc. Straight up to Doyle. Strong New Zealand handlers. The Australian coming out in that poach D. Look, Della getting across to Crosby. Forcing it back into the middle. Piercing throw. Mueller picks it up. I was going to wind it up, I reckon, Lockie.
Yeah, it's a really great look there. I think the throw is just a little bit off.
Great grab despite the pressure of Crosby there from Della. Mueller, another great grab. Can we see a third great grab in a row? Oh, we sure can. Can we make it 4? That was pretty good.
Really lovely offense there by the Australians. Mueller really dominating there, getting the D and throwing some lovely throws.
It's great to see. Great fast disc movement from the Australians. Some great grabs in there as well, as we see in the replay. This is the first one. Della, wow, it's a fantastic grab. Wait for it. Grab number 2's coming up. Ooh. Mueller Hannigan here. Oh, another great grab. And Della's just going to close it off with a nice clap catch.
And that poach D there, look, they're really forcing a bad option by the New Zealanders. Allowing Mueller to run through and get that D. It's really good D by the Australians.
So, Lucky White, tell us a bit about yourself, mate.
I've been playing for a couple of years. Played on the last juniors team over in Poland. And playing with bench and CAF at the moment for
nice.
men's and mixed.
Very
Really
cool.
exciting.
Very cool. Feeling good about mixed nats?
Yeah, feeling pretty good about mixed nats. Looking good.
Some high caliber pickups?
Yeah. Some of the boys and girls out here today will be playing, which is quite exciting.
Yeah. Holly Reeve,
Holly Reeve,
CAF team member.
very excited to play with her.
Stingray team member. Very talented young player. Ava waving. Not sure if it was at me, but
No,
I might claim it.
I don't think so there, Gus.
Oh, waving at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Saying hi to Mum and Dad.
Hello to Mr. and Mrs. Mueller. Very nice people. Very hospitable. Mueller with the disc. If you are watching the stream, we'd love to hear from you. You can't tweet in Max anymore because he's not here today. You can
I'm sure you
send.
could.
Oh, you could. It wouldn't get to me though. Great pull from Ava. Deep in the end zone for Crosby. One-handed catch. Don't see that very often, do you, Lockie?
No, it's a very brave pull catch there, but it worked well.
Sheridan with the disc now.
They got a deep look now. That's a
Mercer
lovely
punts
throw.
it. Sunny Zhao in space, but I think she's run too far. Mueller steams through. And she's going to send it to Holly Reeve, which is what the crowd want to see. Holly up against Crosby. Does a great read there. Nearly milks it into the end zone. Throws it in instead to Emery. Hey, Lucky White. I think we've got a game on our
I
hands,
think
mate.
we do here, Gussie.
13-9.
It's a really difficult throw there by the New Zealanders, right into the wind on the flick side. So it was a good read there by Mueller, and then a lovely shot downfield to Holly Reeve.
Australians clawing it back. It is 2-0 in the series at the moment, but I reckon the Terra Girls would love to leave it as 2-1. Oh, Terra Girls are calling a timeout apparently, according to Caron. So, have a bit of downtime here, Lockie, to discuss the upcoming games. The next game is the Australia A Development Squad, and after that, we'll be seeing the Thunder Boys take on Katapo for the series. It is 1-1 in that series at the moment. How are you feeling about it?
Quite excited. I do get to play against the Australia A boys in the scrim, one of
Good.
the local opposition. So that
Good.
should be exciting.
Bring your cleats.
Yeah, I did bring my cleats.
Lockie White's cleating up, everyone.
I think
Get down to Callan Park if you can.
I think the Thunder game should be really exciting. The boys looked really strong yesterday. Really turned it on.
No doubt. Had some very tight games.
Some great athletic plays there by the Thunder boys. Really exciting.
Sure have.
The future of youth ultimate in Australia is bright.
Yeah, so we got a spectator asking what's going on. So we have a 3-match series. This is the 3rd match of the 3-match series. New Zealand won the first 2, so this one is not for the title. But at 12 noon, if you want to stick around, the Thunder boys, the Australian boys, are playing the New Zealand boys. It's 1 apiece in that series, so be a bit exciting, bit of a grand final. Yeah, yeah. Great. Sounds good. Alright, Lockie White, talk to me. Oh, stop talking to me because I've just seen an absolute spectacle. Are you ready for this? Ben Sutas. Hashtag ask Sutas. He's just entered the playing arena. Can you see him over there?
Okay, it's exciting times, Gussie.
Very elite athlete come down, I guess, to scrim.
He will be swimming today against Australia boys, which is quite exciting. Provide some high quality opposition for the young boys.
It's fast man, Ben Sutas.
Young blood.
Fastest man in... Well, I don't want to make any big claims, but he's pretty fast. Don't want to lock myself into anything, Lockie.
Agreed. Do you reckon you're faster than him, Gus?
No. Oh. Depends. Is he injured?
No.
Okay, probably not then. Am I injured?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely not then.
So, Gussie, what do you think the Australia girls are going to come out in for this point on defence?
On defence, look, I'd be surprised if they didn't do that same poachy underlook, which they've been doing. Bit of a help. D set. It's really good at stopping those first initiating cuts.
It is. Although the New Zealand girls have been quite good about threading those passes through.
Holly Reid with the pull. She can give it a rip. A big rip from Holly. Nice floater. It's going to be received by Thompson. Might drift out. No, Thompson's going to catch it. Oh, great rundown as well. Straight down there. Yeah, I think this is closer to a match D look than we've seen Lockie. Maybe a bit poachy. Raz in the lane.
And it is working quite well here. The New Zealanders are forcing to look at their resets a lot. Not a lot of movement downfield.
Yep, Crosby and Reisner really cramped at the back there, but a great throw from Reisner opens it up a bit. Crosby looking to get every second. He's probably going to look to swing now, though. Oh. Thompson in a bit of space out on this sideline if they can get it to her. But it's Lucy Parsons for the time being. Back to Crosby. Parsons wants something to happen. Content with just dishing it to Crosby. New Zealanders look pretty happy to walk it in. Rising with the dish now. Savanovic has peeled away from a defender deep in the end zone. They're not going to look for it. Crosby, Reisner, Parsons happy to work it around at the back. Liddell's getting in on the action. Oh, another great pass from Reisner. That high release is very hard to stop. Crosby, we know she doesn't mind a hammer, Lockie. Oh, great grab from Liddell in traffic. Oh, patient from the New Zealanders. Over to Parsons. Thompson now starting to open it up. Oh, Thompson squeezes it back through the gap to Savanovic for another catch.
And that's gorgeous offense by the New Zealanders.
This is gorgeous offense.
Really patient there.
Patience, that's what we want.
And the Australian poachers in the lane were quite deep, allowing the New Zealanders to kind of have those small inside, high release backhands.
Just work up the little passes, and it's paid off.
Really effective there. Great offense.
Ben Sutas just having a look. He waved. Having a wave. I'll just tick over that scoreboard. 14-9, which of course means, Lockie, it's the best time of the game. We get to see a soft dab from the game advisors because it is game point.
Big fan of the dab?
Not a full dab. Don't mind a half dab, though.
Okay.
I just like seeing Woody do it, to be honest. The leader of our great sport.
So what are your thoughts here on the New Zealand defence, Gus? On the downwinders, what do you think they're going to run? Do you think it'll be a straight match defence or maybe a bit of poachy zone look?
Well, they've been playing a zone with some success the last few points.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if they didn't do it again.
Yeah, makes sense.
But hey, what do I know?
A lot.
Thanks, Lockie. We'll just take this opportunity for shout out number 5 to Oscar and Ella, Ian Stewart's kids. head coach of New Zealand. We've been asked to give them a bit of a shout out. Been watching at home from New Zealand. Great pull, up now. It's going to be received by Mueller. She's played the last few points. Doesn't have a lot doing for her. Mercedes and Holly collide in the stack. Mercedes shrugs off her teammate to get the disc. Finds Presley now. Sasha Presley with an attempt at inside, unfortunately doesn't quite come off. It's Doyle with the disc, back to Reisner. Watch this high release, Lockie. Ava Mueller with a great run through D on Mercer. Immediate swing over to Holly Reeve. I think Ava's going to want to get this one. I think she wants the bookends. Oh, Reeve tries to thread the needle to Joyce, but just not enough on it.
Into a little bit of traffic there, Gus.
Yeah, into a little
Very
bit of traffic.
difficult for
Baron Halliday with the disc. Looks off Svensson. Oh, finds Reisner. Heading into Calhoun country here, Lockie. My favourite country.
It's great defence by these
Trans
Trans.
get the turn, yeah, from pressure, I think there.
Forcing a very
United
difficult
pressure.
throw. That leading throw upwind.
No doubt. Mueller with the disc. Holly Reeve bolts deep. Doesn't come. Bolts break side. Also doesn't come, but it does go up. Body's under it. Doyle comes down with it. And they have a few players deep, the New Zealanders. Back to Abby Liddell. We know she has that flick bomb, which I think we're going to see here, Lockie. Not quite. Just out of reach of Sunny Zhao and Svensson there. Cole Svensson. Mueller walking to the disc. Cool, calm and collected. Looking for Reeve, I reckon. Nah. Looking for Halliday. New Zealanders come back, going the other way. Doyle gets it off. Halliday's having a very active point. Reeve on her now. Mercedes gets turned by Svensson, but the pass is not complete. The Australians have another crack. What are we going to see here, Lockie?
I think Mercedes going to the end zone will be the look here.
I think so too, because Holly pointed. Oh, but she's going to hit Joyce instead. Back to Mueller. Whoa, huge bid from Svensson. Mercedes grabs it despite that. Osmond drifts into the lane. A few options on the break side here if Reeve can hit it. But Holsters, Mueller points. Osmond cramped, hits Mercedes. Also a bit stuck now.
New Zealand are putting a poach in the lane, which means Australia have trouble looking for those down firm looks.
Yeah, Reeve to Mueller.
Again,
The
that
connection they wanted.
Again, that inside not coming off, Gussie.
Just not. It's a very difficult throw
It is.
when your players are already on the break side. You really want to be throwing that out into clear space, open pastures. Sunny Zhao now with the disc for New Zealand. Farron Halliday streaking deep. Reeve is there though. It's got Reeve written all over it. It's Reeve bread and butter. Mueller. Mercedes making a bit of a cut. Goes to Reeve though. Mercedes kind of jogging and pointing at the moment. It's going to be a difficult catch. Gee, Svensson got up just then. It's a great jump. Reisner hucks it straight away, but Reeve's there. That's dangerous. She's going to come down with it. Difficult throw to receive there for the New
It
Zealanders.
is. Waiting away from the thrower towards the sideline.
You know, with the disc now. Holly in the dump space. You maybe want to get one of them drifting downfield, Lockie. See if they can finish out this point. Holly seemingly psychic, listens to my suggestion. Not really cutting though, just kind of loitering deep. Halliday on her shoulder. Reeve catches it. She's got Mercedes streaking deep. Reeve holsters. No, she doesn't. She jacks it. To Rachel Joyce. Oh, that is a great grab in traffic from Rachel Joyce. 14-10. Gee, how about that one, Lockie?
Had to grind that one up by the Australians.
Great
Lots of
grind.
turns on that point, but I think they did quite well.
And that is the novelty car horn, which we're using as the time cap siren. Not sure if you heard that one. But that means that time cap is gone.
So game to 15, Gus.
Well, game to 15 anyway, in a
Regardless,
way,
yeah.
in a way. But still good to be aware of the time, I suppose.
It is. It's been a long game.
Why
here.
watches are so popular.
Yeah.
How'd you do with daylight saving this morning, Lockie? Nick and
Not-
I were talking about it before.
Not well, Gus. I
It crept up
promised.
on me, hey.
I promised that I would be here at 9 a.m. for the girls' game, and I
Sorted in about
I w-
10:30.
I woke up at my
No, it's not
clock's
10:30.
7:45. So I had lots of time. Checked my phone then, and I realised I was running quite late, so not too well there, Gus.
It's
What
not
about
about
you?
a goodie. Yeah, it was a bit hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, but 1 hour less sleep's never good.
Yeah. Yep.
So what do you think Australia has to do here to bring it back, Gus? Got to score 5 points in a row to take this game.
They've got to go on a big roll, obviously. I think the key to that, we've seen for Terra, is a big rundown, a big pull, a big rundown, putting a lot of pressure on those first passes.
Yeah, definitely. And do you think they'll run that poachy look in the lane again there, Gus?
Sure. I reckon.
Hey, Ava.
Great point there from Ava and Shaz. Shaz, bit of a sunscreen higgle there from Shannon Carpenter. That's pretty good. Big huck from Downey. No, sorry, not sure who pulled that. Not sure why I locked in Downey. Mercer on the disc, hits Crosby in flow. Crosby, very powerful handler. Ooh, finds Parsons with a good full extension grab. Oh, New Zealand is creeping closer to that doorstep. An apology there for Crosby. Oh, Mercer really on the doorstep now. Touching the doorbell, I reckon. Hand poised to knock. And they're inside. Inside the victory.
That's it. That's the game.
That is the game. 15-10 the final score. The New Zealanders come away with the series 3-0. Fantastic work there from Kahu. A great series as well from Southern Terra. Great campaign, as Nick and I were talking about a bit earlier, Lockie. This is obviously a huge moment, but it's not the end of the campaign for these guys. They're all looking towards World Juniors, so it'd be great to see them continue to develop. Don't go anywhere. Coming up soon on the live stream, we're going to have the final of the Australian